Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we'll be doing revision of foreign exchange arithmetics. We are going to do the revision topic wise. So the first topic we'll take up today is direct and indirect rates. Right? Let's see one sum of each type. For example, if they say that USD DKK is 6.427070. Find the country or identify the country for which it is direct and find and convert the same. Right? Now, the first currency is called as the base currency. Right? The second currency is called as your variable currency. You have USD is my base currency, DKK is my variable currency. This is my base currency, this is my variable currency. The given rate is always a direct code for the variable currency. So whenever they tell you to identify it, so this is going to be USD DKK is going to be a direct code. This is going to be a direct code for your variable currency, and it is going to be an indirect code for your base currency. Whenever currencies are given to you, the code is always a direct code for variable currency. Now, let's write the, so we have identified for which country it is direct, for which country it is indirect. Suppose instead of this, if this was DKK USD, then it would have been a direct code for USD and it would have been an indirect code for DKK. Right? Now once you've done this, let's write the code correctly. They've given you USD DKK is 6.4270. Now if the last two digits are same, you increase the digit before that by 1. So this will be 6.4370. Out of the two rates, the first rate is called as bid and the second rate is called as ask. Okay. Now I want to convert this particular code from direct to indirect. So how do I do this? I can say USD, they've given me the code for USD DKK. So I can say DKK USD bid is 1 upon USD DKK ask. If I want to convert direct code into indirect code, what I have to do is just reciprocal. When I reciprocate, bid gets converted to ask and ask gets converted to bid. So this is going to be 1 upon USD ask. The first rate is bid, the second is ask. 6.4370. So when you divide this, this is going to come to 0.1554. Right? Similarly, I can say DKK USD ask. When I want to convert from direct to indirect, I have to reciprocate. So this will be nothing but USD DKK. When I reciprocate, ask changes to bid. So in that case, this is going to be 1 upon bid 6.4270. So this is going to give you 0.1556. Therefore, my indirect code DKK USD is going to be 0.155456. Only the last two digits are repeated. That's how you convert direct code into indirect code, and that's how you identify for which country the given code is a direct code and for which country it is an indirect code. So this is your type 1 sum. Next, type 2. Where they tell you to find out cross rate calculation. they've given you that USD CHF is 1.2325 and USD CAD is 1.1285. Right? You have to find the cross rate. That means here they've asked you to find out Canadian dollars to Swiss francs. Okay. Now, guys, first let's write the code correctly. US dollar Swiss francs is 1.2325. Since the last two digits are same, the digit before that has to be increased by 1. So this will be 1.2425. Similarly, US dollar Canadian dollar is 1.1285. 1.1295. Now they've asked me to find out Canadian dollar Swiss franc bid. I want Canadian dollars in the numerator. I want Swiss francs in the denominator. Since this is bid, my equation is going to be bid throughout. Which is the currency that is common in both the codes? US dollar. So US dollar is called as the vehicular currency. So this is USD and USD. Now Canadian dollar USD is not given to you. They have given me the code that is given to me in the sum is US dollar Canadian dollars. So convert the direct code into indirect. How do I do this? This will be US dollar Canadian dollar. When I convert from direct to indirect, bid changes to ask, right? US dollar Swiss franc is given to you. US dollar Swiss franc quote is given to you. So this is US dollars 1 upon US dollar Canadian dollar ask is 1.1295. US dollar Swiss franc bid 1.2325, right? So when you solve this will come to 1.0912. I found out bid. Now the same way I need to find out ask, right? Let's see this. I want Canadian dollars Swiss franc ask. You want Canadian dollars in the numerator. You want Swiss franc in the denominator. Your vehicular currency is US dollars. Fine. So now Canadian dollar US dollar quote is not given to you. So convert the direct quote to indirect. How do I do this? By reciprocating. So this will be US dollar Canadian dollar. When I convert direct quote to indirect quote, ask changes to bid into US dollar Swiss franc ask. Right? Now US dollar Canadian dollar bid is US dollar Canadian dollar bid is 1 upon 1.1285. US dollar Swiss franc ask 1.2425. Right? When you solve this, this will be 1.0930. Right? So in that case, this is going to be equal to Canadian dollars Swiss franc. Quote is going to be 1.091230. 1.09 is common in both the codes, so you just write the last two digits. So this is called as cross rate calculation, where they give you a vehicular currency. The third calculation that they have, the third type you have is percentage spread. Now, for doing percentage spread, you need to use a couple of formulas. First thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to write the formulas that you will need for your calculations of percentage spread. I can say that the formulas that you will require for this particular type is first spread is nothing but ask minus bid. Next, percentage spread is given by the formula spread upon mean rate into 100. Mean rate, mid rate, average rate all mean the same. This is also given by the formula ask minus bid upon ask plus bid into 200. Right? So, do we get this in clear? So, mean rate, I can say that mean rate is bid plus ask divided by 2. Right? So, these are a couple of formulas that you will need when you are doing calculations of percentage spread. Let's see a sum based on percentage spread. For example, if they tell you that, let's see a sum, they've given you that US dollar, Australian dollar, flat rate is given to you as 1.1785 and spread is given to you as 10 points. You need to find out percentage spread and you have to find out US dollar, Australian dollar quote. Right? Now, let's see this. The data that is given to me. First thing, I can find out percentage spread. Percentage spread is nothing but spread upon mean rate into 100. Mean rate, flat rate, mid rate all mean the same. Spread is given to you as 10 points. Flat rate is 1.1785 into 100. So when you simplify this, you will get your percentage spread as 0.0849. That's my percentage spread. Now, they've given me spread is 10 points. Spread is nothing but ask minus bid is 10 points. Call this as equation 1. Next, they've given me flat rate is given to me as 1.1785. Flat rate is nothing but ask plus bid divided by 2 is 1.1785. Therefore, I could say that ask plus bid, 5 2s are 10, 16 and 1 17, 14 and 1 15, 1 2s are 2 3, 2.3570. Call this as equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. If I add equation 1 and 2, I'll get ask minus bid is 10. Ask plus bid is 2.3570. Now when they say 10 points, right? When they say 10 points, it means 0.0010. When they say 10 points, it means 0.0010. Right? Here also in spread, when they say 10 points, this is 0.0010. Okay? Add this. If I add this, ask plus ask will give you 2 ask minus bid plus bid gets cancelled. This is 2.3580. Therefore, you will get ask is 1.1790 when you divide by 2. If you divide 2.3580 by 2, I'll get 1.1790. I can say that ask minus bid is 0.0010. I know the value of ask, so I can say 1.1790 minus 0.0010 is bid. So 1.1780 is bid. Therefore, you can say that your US dollar, Australian dollar quote bid is 1.1780, ask is 1.1790. That's going to be your quote. So that's how you find out percentage spread, and you find out the quote using percentage spread. Next, let's move on to the fourth type of sums. Here they tell you to calculate arbitrage. Type 4 is identify and calculate geographical arbitrage. Right? For example, if they say that you have US dollar, Canadian dollar is 1.129303. US dollar, Canadian dollar is also 1.127585. Find arbitrage. Right? Now, first of all, let's write the quote correctly. US dollar, Canadian dollar is 1.1293, 1.1. Since this is 0, that means this will be 1303, because my ask has to be greater than bid. Okay, then US dollar, Canadian dollar, this is 1.1275, 1.1285. Call the first quote as A, call the second quote as B. For arbitrage to exist, bid should be greater than ask. Now if you look at this, 1.1293 is greater than 1.1285. Bid of one quote has to be greater than the ask of the other quote for arbitrage to exist. Arbitrage can exist only when the bid of one quote is greater than the ask of the other quote. That means I can say that bid of A is greater than ask of B. Hence, arbitrage exists. Once I know arbitrage exists, then I have to decide how much I will invest. Once the principal amount is not given to you, you will say let P be equal to 1 million of base currency. The base currency here is US dollars. Right? In that case, arbitrage gain is given by the formula principal into identified bid upon identified ask minus principal. The formula to calculate arbitrage gain is principal into identified bid upon identified ask minus principal. So that's 1 million into identified bid 1.1293 upon identified ask 1.1285 minus principal. Right? When you simplify this, you will get this as 709 US dollars. So your arbitrage gain is 709 US dollars. So these are the first 4 types of sums that you can get. I've done one sum of each type. Right? Okay, we'll stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.